Good morning. Hi, I'm Gar from the BX. For those of you who haven't seen me before, Gar from the BX means the Bronx. I grew up in the Bronx, and the saying goes that you can take Gar out of the Bronx, but you can never take the BX out of Gar. So welcome to Gar's Hour of Power, a cappella at the midnight hour. We do a little chat for a bit, and then we follow that with a cappella song. We start with what Gar calls the Four Truths. It's a method for interacting with your brothers and sisters, your mother and father, your son and daughter, your cousins, your aunts and uncles, your friends and foes alike, in a manner that is conducive for peace, love, joy, happiness. So let's try it. First one is praise and forgive. Second one is praise and compliment. Third is praise and allow. And the last but not least is praise and inspire. I believe very strongly that you follow what I call Gar's Four Truths, and you'll be a better person for it. You'll feel better too. We have a problem in America. Let's call it a challenge, because we will overcome it. We have bullying in our schools, in our kids' elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, at an all-time high. It's not getting any better. We have a disconnect between our law enforcement, sheriff and police departments, and the local communities, principally those of people of color, black, yellow, and brown, African American, Asian, and Hispanic. We have hunger like we've never seen before. And we have homelessness like we've never seen before. We have a $3 trillion federal budget. And yet, we'll spend money on an F-35, we'll spend money on an airplane, we'll spend money on something to do with military. It's important. It's important to defend our homeland. However, we also have to think of our citizens. We also have to think of those that need us. Some chilling statistics. A new report came out that 1 in 30 American children, 1 in 30 American children were homeless at some point last year. That's staggering. That's about 2.5, that's what it says, 2.5 million kids. 2.5 million. Think of it. The Rose Bowl in Los Angeles holds about 90 to 100,000. That's 25 Rose Bowls. Yankee Stadium, for those of you on the East Coast, I know there's a new stadium there. Let's say it holds about 70,000. That's a lot of kids that are homeless. What's another chilling statistic? That's an increase of 8% over last year. So if you know a little bit about numbers, if it's an 8% increase, it means it's getting worse. Just over half of the children are under 6 years old. Now let's take it over here. Unaccompanied homeless children. This is a statistic that I don't believe exists in America, but it does. Unaccompanied homeless children. These are children like if when you're in school you study read Charles Dickens novels. These are kids that don't have any parents. They're kids of the streets. $400,000 kids last year. 400,000 kids were homeless with not even a mother or father. So for you guys that have parents that have children and you're concerned about your children and grandchildren and you want to make sure they have the right pants and shirt on and they're hygienically correct and they have 3 good warm meals. Think about, God forbid that your child is became one of those kids. Lives on the streets with nothing to do but do drugs, sell their body. This is steal. There's got to be a better way, don't you think? Depression. I believe that we have what's called the bipolar culture of America. I did a video on it, and it's on my, I think it's on my website, savealifeaday.org. Savealifeaday.org. It's talks about all the criteria, all the pertinent points that pertain to somebody who is depressed. And it's a lot of them. It's a lot of us. I was one of them, and unfortunately I broke through. No longer one, and I would like to share that with the world. And that's what my nonprofit, it's a 501c3, which means that it's federally certified, federally and state certified as a tax-deductible, tax-free organization. So that means that you can donate $10 to me or my organization, and it's fully 100% tax-deductible. So we're starting to do a lot of things. We just started, and we could use the money. I've self-funded it until now, and that is a bit burdensome for me because I don't have a Fort Knox in my pocket. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going whether I have the money or not, because my sheer perseverance, my fortitude, my persistence, my competitiveness, my compassion tells me I have to, because I'm on a mission. And my mission is to bring about freedom. Freedom for all of those who are depressed and they're caught in jail, a mental jail, like I was. We have all kinds of techniques to get you out of it, and you can find them out at savealifeaday.org. I believe that we are going to be well known throughout the country, if not the world, in short order. So this is fun for me, and I'm enjoying it, but I already have some interviews set up to discuss my points of view. My team has set them up, and I'm excited with that. We have not bought leads. We got organic leads from Instagram and Twitter. We started this about 2 weeks ago. We have 10 or 11,000 on Twitter followers, and we have about 10 or 11,000 followers on Instagram. So I'm happy about that, and I'm really hopeful that we'll get to 100,000 soon. We're also doing the Heart Challenge, the Salad or Save a Life a Day Heart Challenge, which is up to $100,000. So join that. I'm very excited that today we finally finished our app. So it's called the One Click Challenge. You don't have to go ahead and make notes and keep track of who you did a good deed for, all you have to do is simply go to your app, download the app, the Save a Life a Day, the Heart Challenge app, and when you do a good deed, smile at somebody, walk somebody across the street who needs some help, give an apple to a homeless person, whatever it is, you just put it in there, you click, and it automatically uploads to the leaderboard, and you can see where you stand on the leaderboard. So it's cool, it's easy, it's quick, it's efficient, and that's what we meant it to be. So do it. It's fun, and we're going to give away a lot of money for it. So by the end of September, we'll be giving away $1,000 bills to those who show goodwill towards their brothers and sisters. I want to talk about something on the polarity of it, is that we have a problem in America. It's a black market. That's the number one black market today, and it's called sex trafficking of underage individuals. Children between 5 and 10 years old are being kidnapped and trafficked in the U.S. to people that are pedophiles. Pedophiles is an older person who has a predilection or a liking for sex with children. And this is an epidemic. It's a pandemic. And I think we all need to band together and do something about it. It's a scary, scary, scary thing. There are estimates of upwards of 50 to 100,000 children that have been kidnapped and are currently being sexually assaulted by adults 50, 60 years old, 40 years old, 30 years old, that like to have sex with 8-year-olds. So it's a disgusting thing. It makes my heart, it turns my stomach into a knot. Since I found out about this 4 weeks ago, it's hard for me to sleep. And I think that as there's many task forces about this that I'm hearing, we have to do something about it. You and I. If you just sit on your hands, then you're part of the problem. Well, we're going to go to our song now, and I think it may get cut off. So what I'll do is end this chapter of GAR'S Hour of Power, and we'll start right after and shoot right into the song. Thank you, and peace be with you. Namaskar, and may you stay forever young.